This is what we discussed, static routing, and we'll do now static routing lab. For that, I'll take a lab. Let's go back to tracer. I'm opening. So here two ways to communicate, configure it. So one is our exit interface. Another one is next hop IP address. First, we'll discuss next hop IP address. Then I'll show you what is exit interface, how we'll configure it. First, we'll discuss next hop IP address, how we'll configure it. So for that, our lab is started here. So here I'll take two different locations, two different branches. You can assume one and two. It's kind of branch one router, and this is our branch two router. So they are connectivity. Before the connectivity, I'll take one access switch for this branch, one more access switch. And we'll use some end users for here two end users, and here in this location two end users. So IP scheme is same. We'll use for before the connectivity. I will do. So this is the connectivity done. So here we'll use the IP address. This is the default gateway of this LAN users 10.1 and slash 24. And here we'll use default gateway 192.168.20.1. This is a branch to default gateway, and this is the network for these users are 192.168.10.10, and this user IP address is 192.168.10.20, and this user IP address is 192.168.20.10, and this user IP address is 192.168.20.20, and same IP address I have taken till what we in doing in labs. Every task same IP addresses. So here WAN IP addresses are different. So 11.1.1.1 slash 24, and this is the next point to point connectivity. That is IP address is 11.1.1.2. So same subnet we should have to take in between point to point connectivity. So we should have to take same network, same subnet mask. So here I have taken the same subnet mask. If subnet mask is different, then no connectivity in between. No connectivity. So point to point connectivity I'm taking. So configuration. So any doubts in IP configuration part? Yes, is there or no?
Alim, can you say once again, please?
If you have any queries in this, the whichever the IP address I have given, so same thing I have daily we are giving. And this is the default gateway for this interface, and this is the default gateway for this LAN location. This is the default gateway for this LAN location. Here, the default gateway for this LAN location. Okay, now I'm taking one color. So this is the our one LAN location, and this is our different LAN location. Two LAN locations we have here. Good. Fine. So configuration part. Um, just open this router. First, we'll configure WAN interfaces. Enable config T interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. This is my WAN interface, and IP address is 11.1.1.1, and subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and use no shutdown. By default, router ports are down. That is the reason you should have to use no shutdown command. Otherwise, the ports will down. So one more interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0. This is my LAN interface and IP address is here. And before that, I'll show you something. So routing, so IP route. So here you can check no routing information is available. No routing information is available. Even though we configured one directly connected interface, but opposite side the port is down. Opposite, the point-to-point connectivity is down. So that is the reason. If you want to check show IP interface brief, so that is the reason down. We configure directly connected, even though but protocol is down. That is the reason it is not shown. If you want to check, if you configure here, just configure here, enable config T. So this is the troubleshooting thing also. If whenever you are not find out in some prefix, so IP route. So whenever you are not find out in the prefix, if someone asks you, if I am in my routing table, some prefix is not visible. So that is the prefix is 11.1.1.0/24 something prefix is not available in my routing table. So how can I troubleshoot it? So we should how to check the protocol is working properly or not. Protocol is up or not. Directly connected interface is up or not. So that is the reason. So I will not configure anything here. Just I'll use interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1. I'll use no shutdown. Just I'll make it is a up. So now you can check. Now you can check. So direct I have configured same problem. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and no shutdown. Just I'll use no shutdown command. The protocol is up. Now you can check. So IP route. Now you can verify. I have not advised, I have not configured even though. Just protocol is up. So even also it is visible. So IP route and before that, so IP interface brief can verify. Now protocol also. Likewise, we can troubleshoot it. So I'll advertise the prefix also here. And before that, we'll advertise the LAN prefixes. We'll configure the entire router. So later on, we'll configure branch 2 router. Host name is branch 1 and IP address here, sorry, interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 LAN interface and IP address is here 192.168.10.1 and 255.255.255.0 and use no shutdown command and check the routing table. Earlier, only one route is available that is directly connected. So here you can check 32/32 means it's kind of one host. That is what is single host of this interface IP address. What we configure. This is the what we configured IP address for this interface that is showing here, and this is entire subnet. Entire subnet it is showing. Entire IP address it is showing. Entire one subnet it is showing here /24. It means in this /24 how many prefixes are available, that many it will show. So basically hosts are available in this prefix 254. That many hosts are available in this, it will be shown. If you having multiple users here, that many users can communicate. Like so, for example, again you can check show IP route that is earlier routing table. Now this is the what we configured later on. This is what we did after this configuration. We are getting two routes indirectly connected. You can read it. This is the /8 value showing because of it's a class A value. So in that only two subnets we are allowing. So in that how many two subnets are only? For that one is /24. In this /24 we are advertising and /32 means only one host, whichever the one host. That is what. And here you can check in this /24 it is visible because of it's a class C value, class C prefix. Class C network IP address. That is the reason /24 is here it is showing. So even though, so it is C means you can check connected. L means locally. It is locally connected. It is in locally, it is connected. Locally, those prefixes are available. Locally, this many prefixes are available and one only connected. Those direct interface. Interface, it is connected. Which interface? First is connected 0 by 0. That is what it is shown. Now configure the same thing on this router, branch 2 router, exit and host name here, branch 2, and interface will configure fast Ethernet 0 by 1. This is a WAN interface. IP address are here 11.1.1.2 and 255.255.255.0 and use no shutdown command already we did and exit from here and one more LAN interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 and IP address for that 192.168.20.1 and 255.255.255.0 and use no shutdown command. The till what we did only basic configuration of router and switch routers, only routers basic configuration we did. So now we can check if try to ping from this network to this network. Ping 11.1.1.2. This is the IP address of this interface. Through branch 1 I am pinging. Yes, we can able to read because in this router, the route is available. The route is available. That is the reason we can able to ping. Try to ping 192.168.20.1. 20.1 is this interface. I'm repeating again. Here, I want to ping from this router to this IP address. Which IP address? If I try to ping this IP address, yes, they can able to ping. If now what I will do, I will try to ping this router to this interface to this interface. We can able to ping or not? Ping 192.168.20.1. I have configured on this interface. So I cannot able to ping because what is the reason behind that route is not available in my routing table? You can verify here that that route should also available in my routing table, then only I can able to ping. Otherwise, I cannot able to. No. If God also say no, we cannot able to ping till that route is not available in my routing table. So how will advertise that route in my routing table? Config key. So here we have two methods. One is next hop IP address, another one is exit interface. So first we'll use here exit interface and next hop IP addresses. For that, next hop IP address will use. So in global configuration, use IP route command after then destination IP address. What is my destination IP address? Destination IP address is 192.168.20.0. 0 means in this 0, all the prefixes are available. Whichever the host are available, which in this host, these all are the network bits, and this one is the host bits. In this host, how many are available? That many we can advertise. 255.255.255.0. So here also I should have to take 0. So and give the next hope IP address 0. I have taken the 0. After then, next hop IP address is 11.1.1.1. This is my next hop IP address for this router. This is my next hop IP address. So for this router, this is my next hop IP address. Next hop IP address of this interface, whichever the IP configured in this interface, that is my next hop IP address. So 11.1.1.2. Here I have used the tab command. That is the reason. So this is what I did. And if you want to give the AD value based on the AD value also, it will decide the path. So I'm not giving any AD values now. Just pretend. So only one command I have used here. So IP route 192.168.20.0 and my next hope IP address is this one. If you are configuring instead of this, just use question mark and fast Ethernet 0 by 1. Which interface? That is my exit interface of this router. This is the exit interface. Two ways. Okay, this is the one way and this is the second method. So two methods we have, first method and second method. So I am not using second method now. Just I am using first method only. I am removing this command. Just I am removing. So I have shown here what is exit interface. Exit interface means whichever my own our exit interface, our my router exit interface. That is what I have not configured in this call. So now I am checking the routing table now. Do show IP router. Now you can verify. Now you can verify. Yes, here I got yes means statically I have provided one network that is 192.168.20.0. In this 20.0, all the prefixes are available. Whichever the prefixes are available, whichever the LAN users are available, they can able to communicate. That is what. Now you can check, try to ping 192.168.20.1. Earlier, we cannot able to ping. Now you can check. Yes, we can able to ping because we have a routing information for that. We have a route information for that. So that is the reason. Okay, try to ping from this PC. Try to ping from here, end user. So I have not configured anything. Just I am configuring 192.168.10.10 and 192.168.10.1. This is the default gateway of this interface. Default gateway means it is the entry point of different networks. And try to ping from here. Ping 192.168.20.1. No, we cannot able to ping. What is the issue? From here, from this router, we can able to reach. But whenever I'm trying to use that same prefix at end location, end user, that time I cannot able to ping. So here some mistake is there. So we should have to find out what I did the mistake. So here I have advertised the prefix. I can able to reach 20.1. But when I am trying to use that same at my LAN location, we cannot able to reach. So now verify the same prefix, whichever the 192.168.10.10, 10 dot something is available or in this routing table or not in branch router because I am trying to ping this branch location to this router. This branch location to this router. If I am trying to ping here to here, router to router, I can able to reach. But I am trying to ping from here to here, not able to reach. So try to ping from, try to verify in this routing that route is available or not. So IP route. Which route? 10 dot something. 192.168 at this route. You can believe, assume this route is available in this routing or not. You can check now. So now check that route is there or not. Anyone can tell that route is available or not. 192.168.10.0/24. That route is available in this routing table. Yes or no, guys?
Oh,
Only one person
No,
only
sir.
20,
answer.
only 20.0 is there.
Only 20.0 is there. So I should have to advertise that prefix. But why I am pinging from here? So here 11 dot is there. 11 dot 1 dot 1 dot 0 is there in this routing table. That prefix is there. That is the reason I will able to communicate that prefix. But 192.168 from try to ping from here also. Try to ping 192.168.10.1. No, I cannot able to reach because in this routing table that prefixes are not available. So make sure in this router, in routing table, those prefixes are available. That time only we can able to ping. So how we can advertise that prefix? So I'm statically I'm advertising here. So IP route 0.0.0. So this is default route. No. 192.168.10.0 and subnet mask 255, 255, 255.0. Here I'm, if you want to use fast Ethernet 0 by 1, this is the exit interface. Otherwise, you can use exit, my my exit interface. This router exit interface. Otherwise, next hop IP address. You can use next hop IP address. 11.1.1.1. This is done. Show IP route. Now you can get statically we advertised one prefix. Now you can try to ping 192.168.10.1. Yes, we can able to reach and try to ping from here. Earlier, no ping was happening. Now ping is done because we
Okay.
this router
Mm.
having the prefix also and this router also having prefixes. Whenever they have the prefixes information, that time only we can able to reach. So now try to ping from LAN location 192.168.10. Sorry, 20 dot, right? 20.10 for this IP address and 192.168.20.1, the default
All right.
gateway. And try to ping, mute yourself, ping 192.168.10.10, direct line to line communication. So yes, we can able to reach. Done. This is what static IP, static routing. So whenever we don't know the destination IP addresses, so it is difficult to configure it. It is difficult to configure it. If you can add one more router, it means, so here up to here any questions? So show IP route. This router having the entire prefixes, that time only we can able to communicate. If we don't have prefixes information, if we don't have in routing table that prefix, we cannot able to reach. This is all about static routing. For example, if you have one more router and here we have a switch, again switch connected to multiple user. So why it is why in real time it is difficult to configure it? I'll show you some. I will give you the overview. So no cable connectivity is there. So before that, you can check the configuration is available on startup configuration or not. So startup configuration. So startup configuration, nothing is there. You can check. So startup configuration, nothing is available. Nothing is available. If I will save this configuration with write command, now use same command. So entire configuration is stored. If you reload also no issue. Once if you are reloading, then it is difficult. So without saving the configuration. So because why I am reloading, I don't have the much more points here, much more connect cables here, or router having less ports. So that is the reason I should have to take one more port. That is the reason I am shut down this router. I'll take here this fast Ethernet. This is what. So the one more I have attached one LAN cable, LAN card. In that LAN card, we have a two ports. So power off and power on it. Before power on, it won't take. Here we have a button, power off on button. So now yes, and enable, and I'll connect this router to. Here I am taking the LAN. LAN is 192.168.30. 1/24, and this is the IP address 12.1.1.1 and /24, and this IP address is 12.1.1.2 and /24, and clearly configure the WAN and LAN connections quickly, and I'll configure no and enable host config key. Host name is your branch free, and interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0, and IP address is here 12.1.1.2 and 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown, and exit from here. Interface fast Ethernet and 0 by 1, and IP address is here 192.168.30.1 and 255.255.255.0, and use no shutdown command here and exit from here, and configure the same configuration of this router also in between router, and config T and interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0, and use no shutdown IP address. Use the IP address for the same IP. So IP interface div fast Ethernet 0 by 1 is config T and interface fast Ethernet 1 by 0, and IP address is here 12.1.1.1 and 255.255.255.0, and use no shutdown command and exit from here. Now check the routing table. So IP route. So here we don't have 30.36 IP address. So that time we cannot able to ping. So if you don't have 30 prefix in this router, we cannot able to ping. Make sure I'll. So this is my different LAN I have taken. So here in this router, I have to configure entire prefixes. So how we will configure config T. Before that, if you want to ping, yes, you can try to ping also. So control C, ping 12.1.1.2, the directly connected interface. Yes, we can able to ping, and ping 192.168.30.1. We don't have in routing table that prefix. So if you want, you can verify here. You can verify here in this router that prefixes are not available. So in this router, the prefix 30 dot is not there. Then there 20 is there, 20 is there, 10 is there, but 30 is not there. So I'll configure that prefix. Config T and IP route and to 192.168.30.0 and 255.255.255.0, and exit interface is 12.1.1.2. That is what. And same thing I'll configure here also in this router also. Branch 2, branch 3 router also. You can verify that show IP route 20 is 20 prefix is not there. I'll configure for 20 prefix config T IP route 192.168.20.0 and 255.255.255.0 incomplete, and leave 12.1.1.1 is next interface. And this is what done. Now you can check, try to ping 192.168.20.1. Yes, we can able to reach because in this router the prefixes are available. But we don't have prefixes on this LAN interfaces. So we should have to advertise that prefixes also. This LAN interfaces, we have only LAN interfaces. We don't have WAN interfaces. So that should have to advertise. You can check. So IP route. So WAN interfaces are not there. So that is the reason each and every route we have to advertise. Every route we should have to advertise. which prefix 11.1.1.0 and 255.255.255.0 and next hop IP the same. This is the next hop IP address. So this is what we have to advertise. And in this router also we have to advertise 12.1.1.1. Then only we can able to communicate config T. Because if we check the 12.1.1. prefix is not there. So IP route and 30 prefix also is not there and 20 prefix also is there not there. If you want 192 168 30.1 prefix is not there, so we cannot able to reach. And one more prefix, the this 12.1.1.1, this prefix also is not there, we cannot able to reach. So that is what manually we have to advertise entire prefixes. That is the reason it is difficulty. Network engineers should how to know the entire topology information. IP route 12.1.1.0 and 192.168.30.0. Oh, sorry. So 255.255.255.0 and next to IP 11.1.1.2 and one more prefix IP route 192.168.30.0 and 255.255.255.0 and next to IP address 11.1.1.2. This many prefixes we have to advertise. So IP route. So here we got 30 prefix, 12 prefix. Now try to ping 192.168.30.1. We cannot able to reach because but yes, we can able to reach. So here we advertise, I hope, I believe. So IP route. So no, we advertise with this LAN prefixes. If you're trying to ping from here, you cannot able to reach. Ping 192.168.30.1. We cannot able to reach because but LAN prefix is not available in this routing table. That LAN prefix is not available. So make sure you have to advertise that prefix also. Then only it is possible. So each and every prefix we should have to advertise config T and IP route. In this routing table, the LAN prefix is not available. So two-way communication is required. In two side, we have to advertise the entire prefixes. So reverse path and forwarding path. Forwarding path as well as reverse path. Then only we can able to reach. Two-way communication is required. 12.1.1. This is an exit interface. So now we can able to check. So now we can able to communicate. So that is what two-way communication is required. For this router is want to communicate, this route is available in this routing table, in this routing table, in this routing table. That time only we can able to reach. Otherwise we cannot able to reach. So every route should have to available in routing table. If you want to check here, you can check from LAN to LAN communication 192.168.30.10 and subnet mask and default gate 192.168.30.1 and go through this video. I believe everyone should understand very well what I did, how I am configuring. Yes, we can able to land that LAN to LAN communication also. So every router should have to every routing information. So that is what difficult. So IP route. This is all about static routing. So this router having the entire routing information. So 11 dot also we have, 12 also, and 192.168.10.0 also, 192.168.20 dot also, and 30 dot also. Here we have one route, second route. These are the two routes, second, and this is the third, and this we can make likewise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This many routes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every route we should have to have in this routing table. Then only we can able to reach source to destination. Otherwise, we cannot able to reach the source to destination. So this is all about the routing. That is static routing. And one more default routing is if we don't know the destination IP address, Just use one command, default route, that is 0.0.0. And I'll use, if you want to check the default route also, just use here one more route and use here connect likewise and use here default route. So here not possible. So use 0.0.0, IP route 0.0.0 and subnet mask also 0.0.0 and next hop IP address is same what we given. This is the next hop IP address for this router and this is the next hop IP address for this route. Likewise. So default is very easy. Yesterday we did also. So that is what default routing and static routing. And in static routing, every route should have to know every destination and whichever the routing table, every route should have to know. That is what static routing. So this is all about static routing. If you have any queries, you can ask me. I'll stop the recording.